Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to automatically generate client proposals using AI agent. So let's suppose I am running a web design business and I am receiving many form submission with the help of Google Forms. Now I want that whenever there is a new form submission, based on this form submission, the client proposal should be generated with the help of OpenAI. Here I am going to use my AI agent as OpenAI, and this generated client proposal should be automatically sent with the help of Gmail. Doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I've completely automated this process, and to do this automation I've used Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever there is a new form submission from Google Forms, the client proposal will be automatically generated using OpenAI and it will be automatically sent with the help of Gmail. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to automatically generate client proposals using AI agent. For this, I am going to create automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. After browsing the website, we need to sign into a Pabbly Connect account. On the top right corner, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll go with this sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect, access now. And here it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button, and first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as automatically generate client proposals using AI agent. And now I need to select my folder. These are the folders which have been created, and here I am going to select it as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to automatically generate client proposals using AI agent, which means whenever I am going to receive a new client proposal with the help of Google Form, that will be automatically analyzed with the help of OpenAI, which is my AI agent, and the proposal will be generated with the help of AI agent and sent with the help of Gmail. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Forms, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and Gmail. So here in my trigger application, let me quickly take Google Forms, and then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new response received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. Reading this help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Forms which I've created by the name Client Proposal Request Form. Now I have to build the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms. So over here you can see that I have all these fields: full name, email, company, brand name, project title, brief, project description, budget range. We have to make sure that we toggle on this required button of the last field, and now we have to go towards this responses, and then we have to click on this link to sheets, and it is asking me whether I want to create a new spreadsheet. I'll click on this create. And here I have landed towards this Google Sheet spreadsheet, which is connected to my Google Forms, and as soon as I do the form submission, all the details will be automatically added to this particular spreadsheet. You can see that I have all the fields which I've created in my Google Forms. These were the questions: full name, email, company, project, brief description, budget range, and here I have all the fields, including this timestamps which will record the date and timing of this form submission. So now we have to do this form submission, and for that I have to go towards this copy respondent link. I'm going to copy the link to this form, paste it in a new tab and open this. And here I have landed towards this page and I'm quickly going to submit this form. So I'm going to enter the full name, let's say is new user. Email address is new@pabblytudes.com. So here I have entered all the details. The full name is new user, email address is new@pabblytudes.com. I have entered the company name, the project title is website redesign. Brief project description is we need a modern, mobile-friendly website to improve conversions, and then I have the budget range of under $2,000. I'm going to submit this form, and you will see as soon as the form will be submitted, all the details will be automatically received in this spreadsheet. And here it is, we have received all the details. You can see the date and timing on which the form submission was made, the full name, email address, company brand name, project title, the project description, and the budget range. Now I am going to send this data to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that it could be processed with the help of AI agent. The client proposal could be generated and send this to the client. I am going to build this connection, and to do that I have to go towards this extensions, click on add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. And it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards this initial setup, and a box will appear where we need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and I'm going to paste it over here, and then I need to enter the trigger column. So the final data entry column means the trigger column. Here it is written, the trigger column will be a final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Here my final data entry column or the end column is column G, which means whenever I am going to add the data in this particular column, or whenever the data will be received in this particular column, the complete row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. I am going to click on this send test, and you will see the complete row data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And now to make this setup, I have to click on this submit, and you will see the setup configured successfully. Now I have to go towards my extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and this is very important to understand that we have to click on this send on event, because this step will make sure whatever data we receive in future, it is sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. If I open my workflow, I have received the response here. So the trigger column which we entered was G. We have received the timestamps, we have received the spreadsheet name, then we have received the rest of the details. The name was new user, email address was new@pabblytudes.com, company name was this, project title was website redesign, budget was under $2,000, and then we have this description. As I have received the response, we can see the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms. That is successful. And now whenever I am going to receive a new form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I am going to receive a new form submission, I want to generate the client proposal with the help of OpenAI. So then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI, which is my AI agent. And then in my action event, I'm going to select it as ChatGPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter the token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. To create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to provide the key name. So let's say the key is test. The project will be default project, the permissions will be all, and then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and paste that over here. Now here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. So I'm going to select the existing connection and then go with save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter the AI model and the prompt. From this drop down, I'm going to select the AI model as GPT-4 Omni, and then I need to enter the prompt. So I'm going to enter the prompt like I have received this client details and the information and the description of the project requirement. So I'm going to enter the prompt in a way that this is the client information and this is the project description, and I want to generate the proposal according to this, and we have all these policy, company policy and the limitations. So we have to create the proposal according to that. I'm going to enter the prompt like, so here I've written the prompt. You are a freelance web design agency named ABC Web. The company specifies in building responsive, fast-loading, SEO-friendly websites for small and medium businesses. And then I've received your proposal. Follow a consistent format and aligned with your standard policies. So I have added some policies and limitations of my company, and according to that I want to generate the proposal. So I have added all that in this prompt itself, and then I have added here is the form submission, and then I'm going to add the details of this form submission, write the proposal in friendly but professional tone, tailor the response to client's brief and match the goals with our solution, close the proposal with a clear next step, example, schedule a call or reply to confirm. Now here I'm going to enter these details, but I'm not going to enter these details manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. I have received the response from Google Forms, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Forms. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here I'm going to enter the name as new user, then the email address as new@pabblytudes.com, then the company name as this, then the project title or the service is website redesign, then the brief description is this one, and then the project range was this one. Now over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. I've entered these details, and now I'm simply going to click on Save and Send Test Request. Let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. In this message content, I have the client proposal. Dear new user, new introduction. I hope this message finds you well. I'm from ABC Web, a web design agency that specializes in empowering small and medium businesses like yours with high quality. The project understanding based on your brief, we understand that you're looking to modernize your current website into modern friendly platform to increase conversion rates. We have this proposed web design solution. We have this estimated timeline. We have this budget range. And according to all the details which I have given and added in this prompt, it has created this very detailed client proposal. Why choose us, next steps, and then I have added, and then they have added the conclusion, best regards, your name, ABC Web Design. So I want to remove this, so I'm going to add this to my prompt like, please remove your name, just write ABC. And also I want to remove this new introduction. So I'm going to write this too. Now I'm quickly going to click on the Save and Send Test Request. Let's wait for the next response. So here I have received this response. We are extremely pleased that you consider ABC Design for the redesign of your website. And the rest of the details are same. Project understanding, proposed web design solution, estimated timeline, budget range, why chooses, next steps, and then best regards. So here it has been formatted, and we have received a new response according to the prompt which we have added. And you can also do like this, like you want to get some specific response, add that to your prompt and you will get it. So now I want to send this with the help of Gmail. So in my action application, I'm going to search for Gmail. And in my action event, I'm going to select it as send email v1 and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Gmail. Here you need to choose your account with which you have logged in your Gmail and from which you want to send this mail. And after doing that, you simply need to grant away the permission because your data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect. Here I have already an existing connection. I've created this connection multiple times. I'll select the existing connection and then go with save. Here I'm going to enter these details now. So the first one is recipient email address. So here I've received the response from Google Forms, and when I click on this, I can see all the response which I've received from there. I'm going to map the recipient email address because I want to send this to this client. I have not entered this manually. Instead, I've mapped this from the previous response because mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. So here I'm going to enter the email subject manually because this is not going to change every time. And I'll skip this reply to. I'll select the email content type as plain and then I'm going to enter or map this email content which I've received from my OpenAI response. I'm not going to send any file name or the attachment. I'll skip this and I'm simply going to click on save and send test request and you will see I'm going to receive the response and the email has been sent. The status is sent. I'm quickly going to open my mailbox and check whether I have received the response or not. So here I have received the response just 1 minute ago. I have received this mail. Dear user, we are extremely pleased that you consider this is the same exact mail and it has all the proper details, project understanding, proposed web design solution, estimated timeline, budget range, choosers, next steps, and we have the complete details and we have sent this to our client with all the details and with all the information. So now to summarize, we took Google Forms as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the form response and then we send that to OpenAI to generate the client proposal. We generate the client proposal and send it with the help of Gmail. This is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Gmail with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.